Childhood is that phase of life when one is carefree and free of all responsibilities. It is the phase when we do not have to care about earning money or taking care of our possessions. But as we grow up and adulthood takes over, we come face to face with the harsh realities of life. We lose our dear ones, we lose things that we once held close to the heart. And dealing with these losses is what we learn as we grow. And that is exactly what we are going to read about in the poem written by John Berryman, The Ball Poem. And before I tell you more, let me introduce you to the poet. John Berryman was born in Oklahoma on 25th October 1914. Most of his writings were influenced by Yeats, Auden, Hopkins, Hart Crane, and Ezra Pound. His early works displayed great technical control in poems that remained firmly rooted in the conventions of the time. However, the collection, 77 Dream Songs, sealed Berryman's reputation as an essential American original. He was awarded with the Pulitzer Prize for his work. He was also elected a Fellow of the Academy of American Poets in 1966 and served as a Chancellor from 1968 until his death. The poem, The Ball Poem, is a soulful picture of a little boy's growing up and learning to deal with the loss of the first thing they have ever held dear. Let's read this poem and find out more about it. The Ball Poem by John Berryman. What is the boy now who has lost his ball? What is he to do? I saw it go, merrily bouncing down the street and then merrily over. There it is in the water. No use to say, oh, there are other balls. An ultimate shaking grief fixes the boy as he stands rigid, trembling, staring down, all his young days into the harbor where his ball went. I would not intrude on him. A dime, another ball is worthless. Now he senses first responsibility in a world of possessions. People will take balls. Balls will be lost always, little boy. So you see how beautifully and subtly the poet has described a little boy's growing up age. One day the poet comes across this little boy when he has just lost his ball. Through the loss of the ball, the poet has come to terms with an important realization that we often lose things and they cannot be easily replaced. Such lessons are a part of growing up, and everyone has to learn them at some point in time or the other. However, it is painful for the poet to watch the boy in this sad state. Not very clear, right? Let me break this down for you. So as we read, the poem begins with a question. The poet has seen a little boy's ball rolling away from him. As the ball bounces away and finally falls into the water, he poses a question about what the boy should do now that he has lost his toy. Further, the poet thinks about consoling the boy by telling him that there will be other toys just like that one. But he soon realizes that this is only a temporary consolation. He could see a feeling of grief overcome the boy. As the little boy stands there watching his toy go into the harbor and down in the water, he feels his childhood also taken away from him along the same route. Immediately, the poet decides that it isn't the right time to intrude on his solitude. Gradually, the poet sees a transformation in the little boy. He seems to be coming to the realization that the ball was his responsibility, just as many things will be after this. Basically, the truth is that everything we own is our responsibility. More so, nothing we own will be ours forever. People will snatch things away from us, or we will lose things in some way or the other. But nothing will act as a replacement for things we once owned. This is a very painful thing for the poet to watch. Now, that's only the surface meaning of the poem. If you have read between the lines, you might realize that the ball actually stands as a symbol for our family or friends whom we love. And obviously, the loss of the ball symbolizes their death. As people grow older, they become more and more accustomed to seeing the loved ones die. But we gradually learn to deal with such losses and move on in life. So you see, a thing as simple as a ball has been used to signify everything that we human beings hold dearly. Isn't that amazing? And with this, we have come to the end of the poem. And once again, it's time for me to go, but I will see you with some more beautiful poems and stories. Until then, bye-bye. TutorMate. For more amazing video lectures, download the free app on the Apple App Store or Google Play Store.